And joining us now is CFRA Director of Industrials Equity Research, Jim Corridore. Jim, great to see you. Wall Street firms saying that the cost of grounding these planes may fall between $1 to $5 billion for Boeing. It could be very significant. Your thoughts?
I don't think it's going to be $1 to $5 billion. I think it's going to be somewhere in the $500 million to $1 billion range. Certainly, it's not great news. It's going to be higher costs. It's certainly a black eye for Boeing in terms of their overall safety culture, and it's something that is going to hurt. But if you look at the company, how you value the stock, it's on an ongoing basis. So as long as we get these planes back into service within a few months, as long as there is a software fix and the planes are safe, operational, and passengers feel comfortable flying them, then take a look at Boeing on a longer-term basis based on strong commercial aerospace demand, a strong book of business, a great backlog, and good execution history in the past that should be replicated again going forward.
And Jim, that's the thing. If it is a software bug, potentially it will be easier to fix it or it will happen faster.
Yeah, I would think Boeing had already identified the problem with the system that was causing the plane to dive. They had already started working on a software issue. They had indicated a timetable of about April. So you start bringing those planes in for software fixes. It shouldn't be 6 months. It should be much shorter than that, I would think.
Okay. And in terms of price, when you're looking at the stock, do you expect to see more fluctuations, or do you think at some point this is going to level out?
So I expect the stock to maintain extreme volatility over the next weeks to 2 months as we sort through these issues. I think a big bit of uncertainty is taken out by the plane being grounded. Now that's something that is known. Now we could work on what is the timetable towards the plane coming back, what is the financial impact, and do they really get it right and get it fixed? So that's the biggest issue we think, because you can't get a second chance at this. You can't have another incident. It's
no.
People would lose faith in the stock at that point.
Yeah, absolutely not. And it's interesting because President Trump ordering the FAA ground these planes, but that was a little bit of a pivot from the previous perspective of the administration. I'm wondering what took so long to come to the conclusion that the planes needed to be grounded.
I think Boeing was lobbying that the planes were safe. I think American Airlines, United Airlines, Southwest Airlines were all flying the plane without incident and saying that they were safe. And the FAA had no data to go on. Now they say they have the black boxes. There seems to be a correlation between the Ethiopian Airlines accident and the Lion Air accident, which would make them act. That's the timetable as far as I see it.
Okay, and it's a little bit of speculation at this point, but some analysts are also saying that they don't expect to see the supply chain being disrupted, that production of these planes will still continue as the investigation and the fixes are in the works.
So I would agree with that assessment as long as the fix is done within a month or two, is identified, because you can continue to move things along the assembly line, not ship those planes, keep them parked until you have this software fix, and then ship them all out at the same time. I don't think there's any reason why the supply chain should be disrupted. Boeing is certainly financially strong enough to continue to take these parts, even if there is a delay in when the planes are actually shipped.
Okay, great to see you, Jim. Thank you so much for that context and update on Boeing.